In the upper left, we have our Terran player, a Star League champion. He is
Maru Prime.
I always like that Prime outfit with the collar popped up that says Prime.
That's pretty cool.
And in the bottom right, we have our Zerg player. Can he turn this bad day around? He is
LGIM KangHo.
Okie dokies. Time to see what strategies they choose. I do feel like KangHo will probably go into his 6 queens again. He's always done that, and I think always probably will do that. That's just it's
he might even
so
be stuck doing that. You know, if people occasionally get in this groove. I think everybody who's played professionally knows what I'm talking about. Where you're in this, you're looking at the game a certain way.
Yeah.
Like you might be saying, well, if I don't get all these queens, then I can't do this and this, which is how I normally win all my games. When you might have to completely like revamp. That's why a lot of times you'll see pro gamers who will take like a week off and come back and they'll just see the game in a completely different way.
Well, they're kind of refreshing.
It's like restarting a computer.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like you don't have as many processes running, it just goes a bit smoother.
You end up with too many programs open at once.
Yeah, and that's certainly true. But the thing is, KangHo, with this style, still one of the best Zergs in the world, definitely deserves to be in the round of 16. Like, he played really well to get here, and he'll continue to make it deep in these tournaments, I do think. But it feels like Flash and Maru so far really have his number.
Yeah, well, you got to keep in mind, KangHo's also been around for so long. He hasn't really mixed up his playstyle a ton. It's not like somebody like Symbol, where I'm like, well, Symbol is an innovator. These guys probably just looked up how KangHo plays. KangHo's not playing that differently than how he's played before when we cast him, even in this tournament.
Yeah.
And they're just like, all right, well, he's going to not have the right upgrades in between mid game and late game, and you should be able to overpower him.
Well, I think that's what Maru's probably going to go for again here, but one of the cool things about KangHo's style is he definitely, with the kind of way where he goes a little bit later Spire and all that, he can do sneaky things like mix in the Roach Horn. But again, that's why we see the Reaper opening, I think, from Maru. Because like we saw on Belshir, when he comes up with that first harassment with the 2 Reapers and the 4 to 6 Hellions, one Reaper can pretty easily, because you have to have all hands on deck to kind of push that back and not lose your creep spread.
Yeah.
One Reaper can kind of easily get in there and check for such things.
All right, the Reaper's now going to get chased out. And I really hope KangHo brings us a different kind of game, Artosis. I really... I do enjoy doing play-by-play of Banelings and Mutas and Lings attacking into Terran armies that are spreading out. But I just like to see KangHo win some games today.
That'd be nice. And not just against Mech.
Yeah.
Now the very fast 3 command center here from Maru. Kind of what you would expect. KangHo, he has stopped mining gas, just like last game. How many queens does he actually have right now?
He has none making. We see 2 out. Is there a third? No, I think it's just 2.
Aww.
He might actually have shifted gears.
Well, he might just be going to grab that 3rd hatchery right now.
By the way, guys, we don't have our normal preview PC, so it's not as easy for us to cast this here.
I can't really check anything. Just have to see what shows up on screen.
Yep. We only get to see what you see. So,
like, I'm pretty sure that's an overlord, not a queen over there. That has to be the spawning pool. That's a big vehicle.
And now that extractor's gone, KangHo, as we said before, he does this strategy where he takes your gas, so you can't build a refinery. He builds an extractor there, so that way you have a limited number of options, and he's able to respond to them how he sees fit, instead of the wider range of options if you haven't tampered with the Terran's tech.
It doesn't do as well against Maru's build because he continues to mine the gas and gets his factory pretty much the same time, whereas against Flash had to make a refinery at the natural because he just kind of plays with his economy a little bit different at times. But we'd see some more gases being added here. 2 gases being added, still not mining from the gas in the main base. Love to see something a bit different. Spine Crawler come down. Definitely some differences so far.
Yep. And now we're going to have the moment where Terran tries to push out here and deny creep tumors. Nice cancel there by KangHo. KangHo, by the way, has got his Overlord spread out, so we should be able to spot for a medevac drop coming out of either the top or heading towards his main in the bottom. He'll keep fanning those Overlords out like that.
Maru using the exact same build as before. We'll see. He should be throwing up a couple eBays in a few moments here. No eBays for KangHo, so could definitely see some aggression.
KangHo can't make eBays, so.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, he can.
Yeah, he can. You got a neural parasite, SCV. How many times before it can finish that command center so then you can make a barracks to get the eBay? Like,
there he goes. His eBay Lucian chambers coming up.
there you go. Now we have the Reaper just taken out.
I would like to see a scan coming down from Maru here. He just scouted 2 gases mining the main base and no layer. Jumps up there. I think he saw that there was no layer there as well.
2 more refineries.
Something weird could be happening. It's not, as we see. He's just droning up. He's just getting a really nice economy going.
But once he's got that economy going, he opts to then pick a path to attack in. That's going to be the exciting moment.
Well, right now the Ling's going around the map. The Hellions just kind of holding on. And there we go. The layer coming up. It looks, again, like we're going to have a macro game. But can Losira or KangHo... He's always... See, he's stuck in my brain.
No, I was doing that. I already did that like in one of the previous games. Like, KangHo.
I've known this guy since the beta of Wings of Liberty. He should not have done this to me, Tasis.
Nothing will ever come close to when we had to cast Sue against SOS, and I'm like, well, this is going to be really hard.
Yeah. Okay,
right,
so...
Baneling Nest now on the way.
Notice the Baneling Nest. I feel like it's a little bit... Oh, no, not... The Baneling Nest itself isn't quicker. I want to see Baneling speed start quicker, because that first push that comes out, he's having a terrible time against. And that first push is going to be coming very soon. Those medevacs are about to pop out. He has a good amount of Marines. Let's see, that Spire's... Or not the Spire, but the layer is about to finish.
Aliens come up here and trying to wipe out some of these creep tumors. And actually doing a good job of it.
Yeah, they got like 5.
Yeah. Surprised KangHo didn't cancel there.
Alright, he gets Baneling speed immediately. He's also getting Burrow. So he should be able to do a little bit better against these pushes when that Baneling speed does finish up. But this first push, he doesn't even have creep down quite yet. He's starting to get it down to his...
Whoa. Marines coming up here. He's going to try to take out these queens.
Nice scan goes down, lets the queens get away, kills their tumors, kills all their hard work.
And I don't think he's going to push any further. There should be enough Banelings morph by then. He is going to go for the Spine Crawler here.
Yeah, let's see what he can get done. The Banelings come up connecting with Stallions a bit.
Kind of surprisingly, he actually let those Banelings, the initial batch, attack into that... You know, he should have just kept transfusing that... Well, hold on, we'll talk about this in a second after this battle's actually done, because I have a lot to say about that little engagement we just saw back there. He's going to continue to chase these queens back.
Good spreads by the Marines as well, taking minimal Baneling damage, and there you go.
Damn, lift up and get out. Now, I want to talk about that. He should have just had his the Zerg army on hold position and just kept transfusing the Spine Crawler so the rest of those Banelings were done, and then actually attacked. But another nice pickup.
And he's... Okay, so KangHo right now, he's actually... Look at this. +2/+2 is actually starting a lot quicker than some of the other plays that we've seen from him so far today. Baneling speed just finished. He has Burrow. So yeah, he took some damage from that for sure. But for the next harder push that's coming in, he's much better prepared. Yeah. He's got... The creep spread is connected absolutely everywhere. He's got the speed. He's got that 2/2 coming, which is going to help in the later game as well.
He's going to probably go into the main now. Yeah, this is the tricky part. Unloading. Let's see if we can get the Queen snipe here. Queen barely gets away. Nicely done there by KangHo.
Actually, KangHo clears up a lot of Marines right there.
Yeah. And there's actually another drop over here in the upper right.
Oh, yeah, there is a drop going on there at the third base. And this drop right here, though, dealing a lot of damage. The Baneling's rolling in. He does have to go away. That drop over at the fourth, I wonder how that's doing, or the third, whatever we want to call that base.
Yeah, that's what one of the annoying things about when you cast some maps like this is.
Well,
like,
I guess in ZVT, that is the third. In fact, for Zerg, that is the third. They never take Behind the Rocks as the third here.
Well, despite all this harass here, the drone can hasn't been affected. It was at 90 a minute ago until he made some kind of a structure, but it's at 87 now.
We have a lot of mutas on the way as well. Now, Widow Mines are joining in, so that's going to help, but KangHo's still in a way better position than he was on Belshir.
Yeah.
With 15 mutas out, Baneling speed, his 2/2 is going to finish right around the same time as the 2/2 of Maru. And he has that 4th base up in mind. He never even finished his 4th base on Belcher. So this is like a whole world different, this game.
Looks like he might try to go for the rocks here. Now this Baneling Muta army here is pretty formidable.
Uh-oh. Well, that's good splitting right there.
Yeah, really nice splitting. And actually chasing KangHo back now. Now he can focus on the rocks again. Much more Banelings being pumped out, though.
He does burrow those Widow Mines and does have to run away. A decent amount of Banelings. Not that many Zerglings. He does have 40 on the way. Still has those 15 mutas all left alive. 95 drones behind this, so he's pretty solid as far as economy goes.
And this is a patient Maru is what we're seeing here. He's only made a few attack the rocks. He's keeping the spread out, so when the engagement does come, the Widow Mines can be... Oh, nice hit there. Damn. Nice snipe on that medevac. The Widow Mines can be optimized when he does attack into this. And look at this. This is a nightmare now here for KangHo, who can easily just split and come back, as you can see.
He's got to be careful with those mutas. Oh, another Widow Mine does hit them, but the Baneling's starting to connect a bit. Right now, Maru has to run backwards and loses a chunk of his army, but look at this. The parade push continues, Tasteless. He is just rallying right through KangHo.
This might barely be enough. The most important thing for the Zerg right now is to keep this ball of mutas alive and not let it get whittled down. That's usually right when you see the Zerg GG is when that ball gets whittled down to like 3 or 4 mutas.
It's pretty impossible to win from there, Tasteless.
Right, Widow Mine's going down. He needs to get away.
And
wow,
gets
barely.
Away. Those 2 Spore Crawlers actually going to work on some medevacs. Doesn't have a lot of units here, though, to actually deal with these Marines. How is he supposed to kill those off?
Well, he's going to get the hatch here no matter what. And by the way, the 4th is up and running. Oh, no, wait, no, I'm sorry. It's actually floating over Creep.
Yeah, and probably a burrowed Ling as well.
Yeah. Well, it's 145 to 163, but he did wipe that base out. Now he comes out and regroups.
Now, KangHo has about the same supply of his opponent. Still has a good drone count, but he's missing his 4th base. You need a 4-base economy to actually keep this going. He has started his 3-3, though, so if he can kind of stabilize, if he can kill an army or so, to keep delaying that 4th of his opponent, which it looks like it's going to be landing. This is still a tough one for KangHo.
Well, he's just... Maru is just going to continue to crank out a big-ass army, and when that 4th base of KangHo finishes, that's probably when he'll attack into it again during the drone transfer.
Yeah, he's going to be moving out any second here, right? He's drilling claws and +3 are going to finish. He's maxed out. The 4th base is secured. He's just getting all the paths all set. Probably wants to... Wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to knock those rocks down, too. Try to prevent some more harassment.
Muta's going to come up here and try to keep Maru from returning. And this could be pretty effective. Is that a planetary making? Yeah, it is a planetary making. Uh-oh, but guess what? Maru isn't going to bite the bait.
That is a ton of Marines right there, Tasteless. It says, all right, you stay over there. We'll do the little bit of a base trade. And, all right, the Banelings rolling up. A decent run back. Takes some Baneling hits.
Nice connections there from the Banelings.
A lot more Banelings on the way right now. A lot of Widow Mines back here as well. And imply the mutas to the side. Nice little pick off. Doesn't lose some mutas.
Continue to spill down here. You know, I gotta say, KangHo's got good defense, but this little angle that the Terran's at right now is really hard to hold. Hard for the Zerg to hold down. He comes down in here and starts to connect with all these Banelings.
Well, some very good connections, but
if those
more
reinforcements at the top, if those reinforcements at the top had not gotten there, that might have been a different story. But KangHo his macro is not faltering as he is just continuing to push here on KangHo. KangHo is against the ropes right now, Artosis.
He is. He's got to hold on. But if he does hold on, he has that 5th base that just finished up.
You know, there's not as many Widow Mines here for Maru. He might want to actually go back, and he's going to do just that. He needs to get a few more Widow Mines in with his army.
He's actually adding 2 factories right now. He definitely realizes that he's down to 3 Widow Mines, and that's becoming a gigantic issue. Now he scans, he sees something that he's going to be a little bit sad about, that there is a 5th, but luckily it's not saturated. If it was, he'd be really, really nervous.
Well, I think the number of Banelings now here for KangHo means he can be safe for this next attack, unless Maru is I mean, then again, Maru is one of the best guys in control in the whole esports scene. But let's see what happens here. He's spreading out. This, I think, is actually too many Banelings.
Oh, that is a lot.
That is a lot of Banelings.
That is so many Banelings.
Banelings can actually just chase you all the way to the bottom left side of the map.
Look at this. Those mutas targeting down the medevacs, knowing that his ground army absolutely cannot lose. And suddenly, KangHo, 183 to 129 supply.
There is a drop in the upper right.
It's not going to end up killing the hatchery, so that's not as useful as he would have liked.
Well, Maru is not stopping with his pushing here. He's continuing to gather up an army and head out.
KangHo's adding a lot of mutas to his flock right now. He's getting that +3 attack for them as well.
It looks like he's going to try to focus on the upper right now.
Well, that's where all the good creep spread is. That's going to be even harder. Even though it's kind of closer, it's when you have to go over that much creep. He already got rid of the creep that goes down to the 4th. KangHo's in really nice shape here, Tasteless. Like, we're going to have to see him make a lot of Widow Mines. And he is making 4 at a time, which I guess is pretty good. But he needs his Widow Mines to start doing some work, because he's been mostly just Marines this whole time.
Yeah. All right, now this is a big ball of mutas. That's actually almost 30 mutas, 29.
That's really nice with the +2 attack.
Yeah. Now, we have some scans coming down here. Again, he is on creep, which makes this a lot more complicated.
The Banelings come in and actually explode a lot of these Widow Mines. Wow, the Widow Mines all going away, Tasteless. He has to run. KangHo chasing him home.
This is bad. He's running out of that medevac boost. The mutas can target down the medevac. Oh, okay, now he actually turns him around. I'm surprised by that. It's almost like he thought that sensor tower was a turret. And cleaning up the rest of these, that is such a massive blow here.
Wow.
I think KangHo can win from here.
It definitely looks like it. He's got a huge flock of mutas right now. He's up at 90 drones, has decent creep spread, 5 bases. He's crushed Maru's army. He's down to 1 Widow Mine. He doesn't even care about 1 Widow Mine. That's nothing. Uh-oh, it's up to 3. Well, no, he's got 1 medevac. This is Maru has
he can
no
just target
chance.
down this planetary.
Certainly.
Lol. Oh, he didn't kill it. Oh, he did. Okay. So from here, the right side of the map is all KangHo's. Maru is going to have a very difficult time taking that bottom left base with the creep there and the Broodling.
That's so annoying to even try to clean up. If he sends anything up there, it'll probably just get crushed anyways. In fact, seeing that command center, KangHo flying over there right now.
And the mutas now coming down. And he's just going to try to hold this position here. Oh!
Ooh, that's a money hit right there, but is that enough? There's no Banelings here.
There's actually just too many mutas, man.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Revenge of the mutas here.
Oh, and the Banelings come up to the flank. Well done by KangHo. That was a strong victory. He actually, I feel like he fixed a few of the things. Like 2-2 started really quickly. Baneling speed started really quickly.
Yeah.
And he got his mutas count up pretty well, so.
Well, KangHo could still do this. KangHo's got a long road ahead of him, though. Even if he beats Maru, another ZVT here against Flash. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, for builder planning, I would feel like that would be bad, or maybe it's actually good because he's going to be so warmed up in that matchup, you know?
That's true. His versus Bio play, each game has gotten better. So that was his 3rd game against Bio so far today. By far better than Game 2, which was better than Game 1. Now, if he beats Maru, though, Flash might use some more mech against him as well.
That's very true.
It's almost like a different matchup.
It is, actually. That's what's funny about certain unit comps, especially with
completely
Terran.
Different to play against.
You actually get to have it's like one of these weird things. Like the race starts out, but you get to choose between one of 2 races after the 5-minute marker.
Something like that. Especially with Terran, it's a lot more blurred lines with the other races, I think.
Yeah,
Zerg maybe is a little bit more like that, but Protoss, I feel like you're almost always playing just against Protoss, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they can open up with... The thing about Protoss is by the end, they have all the same stuff.
Yes.
It's like they've gotten to the final plays. We are going to go into the map Yeonsu. And
Yeonsu it is?
Yeah. 1-1, a lot is on the line here. And it looks like, it is time to start. The loser of this match is going to be the first person out. After that, only 1 spot left for the round of 8 here in the GSL Codes.